OBS Studio, like, it works, but it's just like, if you have a laptop like myself, I'd recommend you just go with Streamlabs, because it seemed like less problems, no cap. Like, you know, OBS Studio, you know, it's got its benefits, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to record like gameplay, bro. Like, is there like a reason why it's like OBS Studio just doesn't run like can like record? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm like, I just don't get it. Like, is there a reason why like OBS Studios just sucks? Like, I don't understand it. Like, don't get me wrong, it's cool, whatever. Ooh, I just hit my high score, bro. Damn, that's crazy. But is there a reason why OBS Studio just doesn't want to like work? Like, am I tripping, or is it just like OBS Studio just doesn't want to like record or nothing like that? I don't get it. Like, dude, I have like a TikTok video right now that I watched, you know what I'm saying, probably like 20 minutes ago, right? I posted that TikTok like, you know what I'm saying, October 2nd, I believe, of last year, right? Of 2022. And I found it kind of like ironic that I'm doing the same issue that I'm doing right now. OBS don't want to record. It'd be like encoder not running or some shit like that. I'm like, that's crazy, bro. You know what's crazy? Same laptop, same problem, bro. Like, nothing changed. Just the year. Like, no cap. I'm like, bro, the only reason I'm able to record, you know what I'm saying, like the last video I just recorded, right? Which was my second rant video on my channel, right? It's called it's pretty much called I'm Back J Rant or something like that, right? And I don't understand, like, why does it not work? Why does it not work? Why I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like no cap. Like, I just don't understand. Like, is there a reason why OBS is just like, nah, we're not actually gonna like help you out with this one today. We just wanna, like, you know what I'm saying, fuck you over. No cap. And you know what's crazy? I find it funny that as certain apps like update, right? Certain programs update, right? Let's just say you're doing like a, you know what I'm saying, you're on like a web browser, you know what I'm saying, a fucking like, let's say let's keep it simple, right? Let's just say like you download an editing software like DaVinci Resolve or Adobe Premiere Pro, right? And the more updates, the same problems you had before it updated, right? Like, it's nothing changed. They just added more shit, but they didn't fix their other problems. I'm like, how are you gonna update something but ignore the problems that we actually had? What are y'all doing? Like, I'm like, bro, like, we still had problems. Like, nothing changed, bro. Nothing changed. Bro, I'm telling you right now, this don't make no sense, man. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, I don't understand it. Like, it genuinely doesn't make sense. I'm like, dude, like, editing, imagine this, right? Let's just say a game like Pop Tropica, right? If you don't know what Pop Tropica is, you might be either too young to remember what Pop Tropica is, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying, you just didn't have like a chill, you just didn't play like a lot of Flash games growing up. Because that was one of the Flash games, I believe so. I'm not exactly certain. One thing I know is that, like, for Pop Tropica, for example, Pop Tropica, just spelled Pop, P-O-P, T-R-O-P-I-C-A, I believe. It's basically Pop Tropica, right? They had like a lot of go to games. Well, it's go to maps, right? But the problem is, if I were to log in right now, which I actually can log in right now, because I remember my login, you know what I'm saying, that I made from my original account, like, when I was like 8. Shit was years ago. That was like 12 years ago at this point. But the point still stands is that for that specific like game, for Prop Shop Code, they have a lot of different like maps, right? They have a lot of different maps that you can go to. It's pretty much like an adventure game where you choose like your own adventure with each map you go into, right? So there's one map that's like fantasy nights. There's one map that's like time travel. There's one map that's like there's like time travel, fantasy nights, fantasy adventure. Pretty much, you ever seen the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Pretty much like that, right? But like in the game style, right? And you know, saying vampire stuff, you know, saying Prison Break, those kind of stuff, right? Loads of different like maps, right? But there's a lot of the old maps that it's behind a paywall, right? It's behind a paywall, so it's like if you're like an old fan like myself, right, that played those games when they were growing up, then you would have to pay for the premium thing, I believe it's called. Don't quote me on that, but it's like the premium thing, right? Premium. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but premium, right? So it's like you gotta pay for the premium version of it, because you're essentially like in a blimp, right? And it's like your hot air balloon. Once you click on like the map you want to play, then you play that thing, right? It's pretty much, you ever seen like an adventure map with like Pirates of the Caribbean, like you know what I'm saying, where it's kind of like a scroll thing, and it's like it has like a whole bunch of like islands. It's islands. There's so a bunch of islands that you can land on with like your balloon thing, and essentially go to the island, right? But the problem is, it's only on one page now. I've seen it like maybe like a few years ago. It's only on one page. It's not like it's on 2 different pages. It's only on one page, which is crazy to me, because it's like, why not just have it to where it's like you can play all the older maps, or just not change it, but like update it to where it's like it fits with like, you know what I'm saying, today's date, right? Like just like revamp it. Like not necessarily like a reboot, but it's behind a paywall, so you can't really like play like the older maps that the older map style that they had, with all the islands that were there. I'm talking about there was like at least 50 different islands that are there, and now there's only like 10 available in the free section, right? So it's just like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing. It's like, if you want it to work better, you know what I'm saying, or if you want like the more available options, you know what I'm saying, you know, the better graphics, that kind of stuff, then it's behind a paywall kind of thing. Is that kind of vibe is what I'm talking about with OBS Studio. It's like why? It's not like OBS Studio is behind a paywall. It's free. It's a free thing you can download. You know what I'm saying? You should record that freely, right? Same thing with Streamlabs. The problem is that the issues that they had, when you look up like the issue, like a recording thing, like any issue for OBS Studio, right? I swear to you, I'm seeing something from like 2012, like a thread from the OBS Studio community help forum, right? And that shit says something from 2012. Move past all that, right? 2020, that motherfucker, that was 3 years ago. Why isn't there anything from like, you know what I'm saying, for this year, bro? Why is it like years ago? You know what I'm saying? People had this exact same issue, and you fast forward to like 10 or 11 years later, the issue was still there, bro. It's almost like OBS Studio should take some more time to invest in a better update where it actually fucking matters. Like, hey, we know you having a problem with like recording with the encoder, so if you have these specific softwares, or if you're trying to record using, you know, saying these platforms, if you're trying to record from a laptop, then here's the reason why you shouldn't. because we're not compatible, that kind of stuff. Maybe just say that, you know what I'm saying, up front, rather than just like, you know what I'm saying, putting that stuff like in, you know what I'm saying, size like damn near 6 font times New Roman font, and not like enhance that shit so people can actually see it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm fucking over this shit, bro. Man. Thanks for listening, bro. I don't even know how long this recording even is. I don't even know if this even recorded anyway. I just pressed play and I might have to do stuff all over again.
People need misleave heavy constricting on this bleeding. Conscripting peace for treason. Was a snake over a demon. Bacon lies and apple pies were much too tempting when it's steaming. If Eve's angelic bar could turn Adam against the word of God, I fathom Adam thought with the head atop is protruding.